Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our entry level to Megabase, where we in the last episode just got our second part of a train grid done, so we have our train stations up and running. In today's episode, we will work towards getting Landfill automated in this cell, at least that is the plan, and we'll go back to our original mall and set up our new express belts just to have it going. That is quite important for the throughput wise. Luckily we did make room for them because we did plan a bit ahead. That is always good. So if you think that's a good idea, do remember to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, do remember to subscribe as well. And with that, let's get on with today's episode. So as I was saying, two things today, at least planned. We'll hook up probably Landfill in this cell, and maybe try and transport some Landfill in from over here, just to see the network in action. I think that could be quite cool, so why don't we give that a try. But first, let's start to expand out this way, because we do need more copper very soon, and I want to see my robots in action while we do something else. So with the new blueprint we made the last couple of episodes, we're able to just place it down here. Our robots will slowly start to work getting it all done, and while that is being built, we can go back and set up them all. Again, this is the power of doing a modular grid, is that we can expand the base with robots after we've designed it once, and then we can spend time automating other things. So it's a way to be more efficient with your time. So let's look down here. Let's drop this off so we can get it back over there. So what we need to set up now is pretty much the next items. So express underground belts, express belts, and express splitters. Luckily, we did make room for it, so that is very good right now. So if you look here, what we want to get is express undergrounds. We'll probably need an upgrade for that one. Yes, this requires a one higher lab. There we go, or a sim machine. So over here we have the undergrounds right below. That's why I left a row out, where we can say we want undergrounds there. We want express belts in the middle, and we want this one, express splitter, over here. I kind of want the outputs at the top, so or maybe on the side. So we'll do something like this to get it out. Might have it on the belt instead, just to make sure we have enough. So if we do inputs of lubricant here, we can drag that up on the side and go in with a few underground pipes. There we are. Taking it from just the right side, we have quite a bit of room here, so it should be easy enough. Then the outputs will probably end with putting them in the middle here, as that is the easiest place to control it. We'll just jump you here to here. One more than needed, but that's fine. Get two chests, one for each of them. Limited to still do 4 stacks of the express ones. And just, let's say 2 stacks of the other ones to get things going. So there, there. The other thing they need, gear wheels and lubricants. Well, you can see I jumped it one too far now. So we need to take you and do that. So you'll go there and there. Over here will be the same. And then we just need the red circuits that's on the opposite side, so we'll just have to get it in over here as well. Luckily, very, very easy to do. And lubricant. So let's hook up the 2 things we need to get all of these automated, and of course, let's just get in the last chest right there. You can go with 2 stacks as well. And out, out, and out. There we are. A nice little setup that'll consume a ton of resources. And just make a small amount of this while we get going. Over here, let's just make room for the pipes going in. I want you to jump to here. You can go like that. little pipe there and take it down this way. Can we get it through right here? Might have to move it 1 over or 2, wherever there's room. So it seems we'll probably have to take it all the way out here. So down here instead. Once we get to the lubricant. Do that. Then we'll have to go and grab the lubricant up line, wherever it's at. And you can please go like this and that. Will be fine for now. Let's see, lubricant. How far away are you? Luckily we have quite a bit of increase in movement speed, so that makes it a lot easier to do this. Yeah. And again, the main bus showing its worth, being able to just drag this across with no issues whatsoever. And right there, oh, misplaced it 1. We can, oh wait, I actually placed it correct. Right there we get a lubricant in. Now that's flowing up, going into, if you look here, starting to make, oh, we've got to hook it up somewhere. Let's see, where is that? Ah, right there. There we are. And now we're making 2 of them, getting a nice storage that we can use to expand out the base. It doesn't have to be that quick or fast yet, but it will give us what we need slowly over time. We also need to get our red circuit in. Just right here on this side. Can it fit there? No, this is the closest. So we'll just start you right here. I think it'll be fine. Here, and then you'll go in. Not the most elegant way in, but it works. And that is the most important thing at the moment. There we are. And let's split you off. And go in. I'll get the red circuits off. That will get him all the way in here. That'll start to be grabbed by our splitter. Let's just do that one. And then we have everything automated as we want, giving us a few things. I'll just take a few because some of them will, if what I've planned will work, be needed for our train unloading. Because now we need the belt's throughput to help this out. Let's also just upgrade these to get the throughput a bit higher. And grab from both sides here to get this filled a bit faster, as this is the one that's going to consume the most iron. 31. This one's a bit more expensive, but we'll need a lot more of these than we do of those. So our undergrounds compared to belts. So that is looking very, very good. We have about everything we need to continue. Let's just fill our trains with more train tracks. If we look over here, we have expanded out most of it. They are slowly starting to build in this area. So blueprinted from here is very good. We can't blueprint into Fog of War, but because we have our radar set up, they'll slowly start to explore the surrounding area and make it easier for us to expand out. Getting the copper over here and the iron and setting up the smelters for that. So let's just take some more train tracks. So we have some, fill them into our car. So we might as well have some stored over there until we get a mole in the lab, in the new grid. But for now, let's just grab you. Let's get a ton, so they can craft some new ones for us. Maybe a few fluid tanks if you want to mess with fluids at some point. Radars. Anything else we want? Not really yet. Maybe that and that. So, yeah. That seems pretty decent. More tracks. So let's drive over here again, and let's start to set up some landfill production. As when we start to move around with our new grid, we will be able to landfill in a ton and we will need a lot. So getting up and running as soon as possible is quite important. As you see, our robots are just slowly working. Get the wood in here just for now. And let's empty this one out. There's more train tracks for you. And the rest of it in here as well. Let's just keep a few. There we are. So that is looking very good. Love how the robots are just working. So let's keep it like that. Let's also activate some more research. Might as well get some of it done. I want to get logistics systems soon, so we can set up a little mall in our grid here. We might just have some logistics picking up for the mall, and then the rest will be transported by a train. I think that's the way we'll hook it up. But we'll see as we keep going how we want to set up the mall. Let's just get some worker speed, faster braking, might as well get some better trains. Should we get rock control units as well for rockets? Nav speeds are fine. Insert a bonus might be good as well. And there we are. Things are slowly working. So that is all the belts. Let's try and set up our first station. So we want two things. We want an input for stone for the future, when all of these patches are done. I know there's a lot, but landfill takes a lot. And get that done. We also want to clear out the trees. Let's just do this. We can actually do it from the air. Please remove all the trees inside this area. And do the same over here so it's ready for construction. Our logistics robots will take care of that as well. So we don't have to worry about it ourselves. And just look at them work. It's so satisfying watching it. I know it is completely broken, but it's fine. They'll just take another way around and we'll have to landfill this in. Again, a reason to get the landfill. So let's just hook this up with a little landfill production. For now, I won't do beacons right away. Because of the main reason that beacons are insanely expensive in power. And our base cannot handle it just yet. Or we will very soon. Look, each of these costs 480. About half a steam engine. So once we get nuclear or solar up and running, we'll wait a bit with it. So why don't we just set up it down here for now? I think that'll be fine. A nice simple setup. Because if we look at an assemblage machine that's making landfill, it takes 20 every half a second. It means it takes 40 per second going in. And a belt can only supply what's it called, what's that? This one 30, this one 15, or the better ones 45. So one of these can actually consume pretty much all the throughput we can have on one belt. So we'll have to figure out a good way to do this. We'll just run and do its thing. So if we make lines going in to different places, we can kind of have quite a few going out, but we want to get this consumed quite quickly. Let's set up some mining. I should have some on you right there. Want to get all of you consumed quite quickly. Here is a little power. Do that. Get some belts in. Might want to do it with red for now. We can always upgrade them to blue in a little bit. That is of course something we can do with robots as well. And let's get our own robots to help us out a bit. Go. Please take all of that. Here, and then the last few at the bottom. And what do we have? A few over here we need to set up to get it all flowing. So that is pretty much our setup. I'll just add in what's it called, the miners over in the storage tanks. Oh, not the miners, but into our base as well. As when you're inside a robot grid, your own robots don't really work, which is a bit unfortunate. But that's just the way it is at the moment. And there we are. Stone starting to flow, and we'll just kind of hook that up to some assembly machines so we can start to make some landfill. Let's get you hooked up as well. And then we'll just consume all of it because, yeah, they can consume a full belt. Can these fill a full belt? Not yet. So that's very fine. We might want to load landfill onto a train and buffer some of it. Might not be a bad idea. So why don't we do this? We can have the landfill coming in up here, or maybe here in the future, going out here, going into some arrays and going out down here, in case you want to transport it somewhere in the world, so you don't have to let the robots fly from far away. So let's see. Nice, simple setup. We'll get some in on the side, maybe outputs in the middle. Maybe doing a little split on some of it. Could be fine. So what if we go with a completely normal setup? Kind of with outputs this way. Down maybe. We'll see. Let's do this. Let's do that one. Let's make some landfill. Just to consume the stone we have. Output in the middle. Getting you on the outside. Doing a split up here to get one line of each side. I think that'll be just fine now. Getting 2 lines in, going to both sides. Should get some stack inserters, to be honest, as that'll make our life a lot easier. And we probably need to get it in, otherwise we'll just have more to fill it out. There, there, and there. And let's just double that down here. Very good. Ton of landfill going out. And there we are. So let's try and start with this little setup. I'll do a 4 to 2 up here. Or maybe a bit more, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a bit, so that's fine. 1, 2, do something like that. A very, very simple one. Because we don't need to balance it, we just need it to be consumed. And you can go over here in. And you can go this way. About there. And the last one can merge into this one. So that is looking very good. We'll have these two go down here. They're almost where I want them to be. There and there. And that should give us a nice amount of landfill coming out as soon as they're filled. Consuming everything we are throwing in right now. We do need some over here, otherwise, as you can see, the throughput is quite bad. Rather than getting the 2 lines out, because we only have 2 in. Well, that I'll fix in a minute. Hopefully. There we are, and the rest over here. And let's get the rest of you hooked up. Giving us more out. And as you can see, these can easily consume everything being outputted here, since we don't have that much throughput yet. So that is looking very good. Landfill is being produced, and we want to store that in a train. Might do it with passive provider chests with these, so that robots can actually pick them up, or we can just do it with what's it called, a train that can take it out. But let's design how we want the inputs to be, and this is where it's going to get a bit exciting because I haven't done this in a while. I'll just go and pick up a few things from the mall, being steel chests and such, so we can actually get a working zombie back in just a minute. And while remember being here in the mall, I did say I was just going to pick up a few things, but one thing we forgot to set up in the earlier episodes is stack inserters, because they will be needed going forward. So again, back in episode 6, I think, when we made them all, we made a bit of room here for another inserter, and that was pretty much to get stack inserters in. Let's just hook that one up, get a little chest down, and start to build a few of those, so it actually looks very nice. Let's get 2 stacks. Let's get in the things we need. Gear wheels on the side. As you can see, we are starting to lag quite a bit in the throughput department. And blue inserters from the side. So let's do this. Jump. Let's get a little chest. It's always nice having a bit buffered. There we are. And now we're starting to make more stack inserters as well. So this is giving all the building blocks we need. We are consuming a ton of materials to get it done, but that is fine. So now we have what we need. I picked up some more express undergrounds. Might want to set up one other thing. That being, what's it called? Steel chests. I don't think we set that up anywhere yet. So let's just hook those up. And I'll probably do that at the top so we can actually add in all different kinds of logistics in case you want it. So if we do steel chests, that's 1, 2, 3. We'll probably have to get a few of them. But let's just start with the steel chests here. Fine. That's all I want for now. Then we'll see what we'll do afterwards. Into single chest so we can buffer a bit. Let's buffer 100s. And let's grab ourselves a bit of steel. There we are. And in. Of course, with an output right there. Making sure that we actually have some being produced. Can hook in a second one to increase the speed just a small amount. And that is looking very, very good. That means we have steel chests for what we need over at the mall. Not the mall, at the train tracks. Slowly being built, slowly being able to landfill this in. We'll probably hook this up with passive provider chests. Or at least have one where there is some in storage. So we can actually start to move it out. I think that'll be the best. Let's see, that is 22. We need about 24 or something like that to set up trains. That is good. We could also just let our robots fly all over the place. That's also an option. An easy option. So they can just take from down here. And to be honest, why don't we just do that as well for now? But let's... yeah, to be honest, I might change the plan a bit. We'll hook them up so they can just grab from here and fly them wherever they need. And then in the next episode, we will fix or design how we want the trains to output what we need. I think that'll be the best, and we can start to landfill in things and show you how that works. But let's just get you down this way. Not quite sure how many of these we can support, but now we have them. And then down here, let's just get 2 passive providers. Will that be fine? Will that be able to grab everything we need from here? I think they will. Let's get our power down a bit. And now you should see that as soon as we start to landfill, for example this area, we can start getting things down. Let's get myself 1 stack. Oh, right there. And as you see with the cursor, left click to build, right click to build. That's mine build tiles, and then numpad plus and minus to make it bigger. Just like this, we can make it quite large. And then we can go up here, over our little lake, and say I want to landfill this in. There we are, holding shift to ghost place. And if you look over here now, we should, as long as things is within building range, they are. We should see robots picking up landfill, traveling across the map, and doing what they need. If you look at a chest, you see there's 29 in it, there's 35 to be picked up. So that means we can fix this and get the rest of this working. That is at least the plan. So that is the power of setting this up. It seems we are consuming everything we can throw through this one. So that is very good. So I think this is a pretty decent place to stop. We got some landfill up, we got our express belts, undergrounds and splitters up and running for builds forward. In the next episode we will design our train loading and unloading. I think that'll be the best. Might want to go and grab this copper ore patch up here. Maybe transport it into, what's it called? A smelting grid. I think that would be very cool. But we'll see what else we need before we can do that. Because it requires a few things, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. As I said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do remember to like the video and comment down below what you think about the plan going forward. I'm at the stage right now where things are still a bit liquid, can I say like that? Not solidified, so a lot of can still change in how we designed it. So yeah, do remember to subscribe to the channel as well if you think I deserve it and you want to follow this going forward. So again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.